Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. We have a dessert emergency we need to respond to today. Stick around. So my cousin called this morning. She was supposed to make a dessert for a function after a wrestling meeting tonight at school, and she forgot to do it or didn't have time or something like that. So she enlisted me to help. So I told her, no problem, I'm always willing to help out the kiddos and help out family, of course. So we're going to make her a red hot apple cobbler. So let's get after it. So we're going to use a disposable pan, so I don't have to worry about getting my pan back. I keep these on hand just for this purpose. This one even comes with a cover. So we're going to start out with 3 pints of our homegrown, home-canned apples. We can these with a little brown sugar syrup instead of a regular syrup. So let's get these dumped in the pan. Got our apples in the pan. Now I did not can these apples as pie filling. I canned them so I could make desserts, or you could actually eat these right out of a jar with a fork. They're fantastic. So there's no cinnamon in them at all. So I'm going to do what I normally do in my apple pies. Instead of adding just regular cinnamon, I used to add red hot candies, but I can no longer find red hot candies anymore. But Brock's makes these things called cinnamon imperials that are almost identical. So we use a 1/4 cup of these, and we'll sprinkle these here in the pan. And that's going to add our cinnamon, and it's going to add a beautiful pink color as it cooks, and a really good flavor. It's amazing. So we're just going to evenly spread these out in the pan, and then we're going to make our topping for our cobbler now. Super simple, super easy. Now I forgot to tell you, you don't have to use canned fruit in this, and you can use any fruit in this. You can use fresh fruit, slice it up, peaches, apples, pears, berries, whatever you want to use. If you do berries, I would sprinkle about a 1/2 cup of sugar on top of the berries, or any tart fruit that you're using. But you can use fresh fruit, whatever, in this dish. You could even use canned pie filling. Use equal to about 6 cups or so, maybe 2 cans of pie filling, 1 if they're large. So we're going to get on the filling. In this bowl, can't be any simpler. We got 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, and then you want to combine that to where it's a good mix. It's incorporated all together. And then once you've done that, make a little well in the middle, and then we're going to get 1 large egg, and we're going to crack it into there. Kelly puts the date on her eggs, and we'll crack the egg in there. Sorry, I can't do it one-handed like the pros do. And then we're going to cut that egg into the mix until it resembles crumbles. Now I always cut it in with a fork. I mix it up first. And then, kind of like when you're making pasta, you just start dragging the flour in from the sides. And then we're just going to keep cutting this and keep cutting this until that's mixed all throughout. It's going to take 2 hands. So we'll come back and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like when it's ready. There's our mix and what it looks like. You just want to break up all the larger chunks until the whole mixture kind of turns yellow and you lose a lot of the loose flour and sugar mixture. So I like to grab this by the handfuls at the start, and I will just sprinkle it evenly as I can over the mixture. Try to get a good even coat. If everything's not covered, that's fine. Or you can kind of rake it around with your fingers once you're done. Now this recipe is really easy to double if you're using one of the giant Pyrex dishes, those big ones that are like bigger than the 9x13, you can double this recipe in that. It's really easy to do. So we've got it pretty well leveled out, so let's just get the bowl, finish it off, and we're almost done. We're preheating our oven to 350 degrees, so it'll be ready when we're ready. So now that we've got that evenly covered, let's get some butter. All right, in goes the butter. I take a whole stick of butter, cube, half a cup, whatever you want to call it, and I just cut it with my chef's knife into 8 slices, and then I just cut it down the middle. So we're going to try to evenly distribute our butter around the pan because we want it to moisten all of that topping as it melts. We're going to use the whole stick of butter. Anything worth eating's got a lot of butter in it, right? So you can see how we've kind of evenly distributed that around the cobbler. So that's going to melt real nice and hit that topping. So nothing left but to throw this in our 350 degree oven. It's going to take right around an hour. So about 50-55 minutes, we're going to check it. We want the top to be golden brown and a little crunchy. If it's still moist and soft, you need to keep cooking it until it gets crunchy, and we'll show you what that looks like when we come back. Actually, with that disposable pan, I think we'll probably check it around 45 minutes because the heat's probably going to get through that thing a lot quicker. We checked it 45 minutes, put it in for another 10 minutes. You can see we've got some browning around the edge, but we're still not quite brown in the center. So we're going to continue on. We're probably going to go another 10 minutes or so. This dish is more about the result and less about the time. All right, folks, there it is. It's all done. Look at that bubbly goodness. That's going to be amazing. Too bad I can't dip into that. But it took an hour and 5 minutes. So like I said, it's more about the appearance and not about the time. Different fillings have different levels of moisture. So you're just going to have to wing it and keep an eye on it. Just add 10 minutes at a time until it looks good. So that's a super easy dessert. It doesn't get any easier. We've done that recipe, not the red hot apple, but we've done cobbler recipe on the channel before. And it's my favorite cobbler, and everybody wants the recipe when we take it somewhere or have it here at home. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here on Mark Kelly Farm. And if we don't see you before then, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all of that.